What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with Andrew Cooper. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm NFL Game Day Playbook Show. It is Week 16, Coop. It is it's a big week in the fantasy football playoff world. Trying to get to those fantasy football championships. How are you doing, my friend?
Well, it's a huge week, so perfect week for Comcast to be screwing up, both for my Sirius XM show where we had some technical difficulties, and now with the show. Am I coming in clear? Can you guys see me? Can you hear me?
Your sound is great. You haven't lagged quite yet, but we'll see if you freeze at all. As long as we can hear you, though, Coop. You know, it's fine if we just have a frozen image of you. So not a huge deal.
I'll try and make sure I'm smiling in case it freezes at that point.
Yeah, don't do any weird faces. Keep your arms away from your head. There you go. Don't give anybody seizures with your blinking light.
We'll leave it on the steady light.
Yeah. Let's not get into some EDM show going on here. All right, listen. I'm in a couple of matchups here. I'm in some rough shape. I'm sure many of you are in some rough shapes as well. I got a league, Coop, where I am starting Craig Reynolds and Devin Singletary at the running back position this week. It's a mess. It's unfortunate. That's where we've come to here. But who knows? You know, it could be turned into a wonderful situation if things break my way. And I see that our questions are just filled up already. Everybody, great to see you all still in your fantasy football playoffs. But if you have DFS questions, feel free to throw them in here as well. And let Coop and I kind of guide you in that direction. Bender's got his playbook example lineups live on site. If you don't already have access to the Fantasy Alarm content, we got our holiday sale running right now. fantasyalarm.com/holiday. That's 50% off the monthly for all of 2025. I'll cover Coop's face right there. You can scan that QR code at fantasyalarm.com/holiday. The promo code automatically enters. You just got to hit the add button when you go and sign up, and that's 50% off the monthly for all of 2025. That gets you access to everything on site. All draft guides, all cheat sheets, playbooks, best bets, seasonal content, Discord, tools, you name it. 50% off for all of 2025 right now for our holiday sale. So don't miss out on that.
Yeah. A little secret with that. It also has a 7-day free trial, which covers today and next Sunday, which are the two most important weeks in fantasy football.
Championship week.
So there you go.
Now's the time. Now is the time.
I honestly, I will say about those lineups, John, Singletary, whatever, it does stink to scrap. You'd rather have a juggernaut, but those make for the best stories. The fantasy championships that I remember most are ones where I was starting Brashad Perriman on that Tampa Bay Buccaneers run. A week that I started Ryan Fitzpatrick, and I was at a family party with the league where he threw 4 touchdown passes. Like, those are the ones I remember most, more than the juggernauts that just steamrolled everybody. Don't really, so it is special if Devin Singletary or folks out there starting Kendre Miller or Jerome Ford or Patrick Taylor, like, if those guys have big days for you, you're going to remember that.
Agreed. All right. And one more housekeeping. We say this at the top of every show. Give us full questions. Give us full names. Don't repeat your question. We will go through each and every question here in the chat. So you don't have to repeat yourself, but you got to give us full names. Give us the full situations. Do your best not to break your question up into a couple of different messages because the question's coming quickly. If they're broken up, we kind of lose focus. And try and be less obvious, right? Like, don't ask us whether you should be playing Bijan Robinson today.
Right.
Yes. Give us the true hard decision questions that you guys have, and it'll really make this go as smoothly as possible. We all want to win our leagues, but there are certainly just some very easy and obvious answers.
Don't say pick 5 of these 10 and Justin Jefferson's in there. Right. That's not a question.
Correct.
Pick 3 of these, maybe.
Yeah. So with that aside here, we do appreciate you all. If you want to hit that like, that subscribe, that share button, it's a free way to support the Fantasy Alarm YouTube channel. Plus, we got subscriber mode only, so we can handle you subscribers for Fantasy Alarm. It is free to subscribe. So if you want to get your question in the chat, you just got to hit that free subscribe button, and boom, there you go. You get access to the chat. But we want to serve our Fantasy Alarm subscribers in this ever so important fantasy football playoff week. So let's get to it. Sally was first one in the chat. Bucky Irving or Rico Dowell, full PPR. We got the Sunday Night Football game, Buccaneers, Cowboys.
Yeah, that's Bucky. That's Bucky for sure for me. He's capable of big things. You just got to hope he's healthy, but you really cannot run on the Buccaneers. They are a pass funnel team. Vita Vea lives over the middle. It's Bucky for me.
Yeah, I'm with you on Bucky Irving here as well. As much as the volume in production for Rico Dowell of late. This is as good of a spot you can get for running backs right now against Dallas. Craig, Njoku or Kincaid in a PPR league?
I'm really worried about Njoku with the hamstring, with the quarterback. Here's the thing with Kincaid, John. Since week 5, where he kind of got ramped up, Kincaid did, he's had 6 targets in every one of these games except for one. The one he didn't, he got hurt in, and he got 5 targets on only 18 snaps. I mean, Kincaid's getting the targets. So in full PPR, I'm just going Kincaid. I'm not messing around with DTR playing his first game out here.
Yeah, listen, Kyle Duggar, the guy that covers tight ends for the Patriots, did not look good last week. He's been injured for most of this season. He's questionable on the injury report this week. We had limited practice participation, so he's not at 100%. Jabril Peppers really hasn't been great since he returned either, so it could be a good spot for Kincaid overall here. Cold through the Lions.
Duggar's ankle's not. It's not okay.
No, he's playing gimpy. Colder Lions fans got Drake May against Buffalo, Sam Darnold against Seattle. It could be some pretty bad weather there in Seattle today. And then Aaron Rodgers. I think I'm leaning Aaron Rodgers here, Coop.
Yeah, I had Darnold ahead, but now the low over-under, because I did the write-up on that game, and I was like, why is this over-under so low? I actually took it earlier in the week, but I'm starting to wonder if maybe they knew that this weather was going to come through, and that was part of the problem. It does get really rainy in Seattle, so I think I would go Rodgers too.
Yeah, Rodgers against the Rams for me. The way you're seeing him connect with Adams and Wilson right now, really kind of inspiring for DFS. Brandon Smith, defensive play. Got the Packers here, Atlanta, Bills, and Arizona. Coop, obviously, it pains us as Patriots fans here, but you got Buffalo at home. Feels like probably the spot to go.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends. Like in your league, Brandon, if there's big points but like big negatives for allowing a lot of points, like Green Bay is definitely the safest because the implied point total for New Orleans, John, is like 14 points. Right. But if you're looking for sacks and turnovers, it probably should be Buffalo. Drake May's thrown an interception in every game going back, 7 games now?
And he gets strip sacked a lot. He's a rookie quarterback, and he has no protection. I don't know. Again, we're Patriots fans. We watched that game last week, and the left tackle was about a half a second late on the snap pretty much all game, and led to him getting blown up a few times. So,
and that's the thing that develops with experience in this league is the older quarterbacks, they get the eyes in the back of their head, right? Mm-hmm. And where they're not getting chased down from behind and strip sacked and stuff. And none of these rookie quarterbacks have that yet.
Yeah. I do think though, with New England, with the emphasis basically in the storylines all week about using Drake May a little bit more in his mobility, I wonder if they're going to have him on the move a little bit more in this game, try to protect him. If you get him rolling out, he's not stuck dropping back in a pocket. Abdullah or Tank Bigsby? Last week, Abdullah had the 7 catches. Alexander Madison has basically been a 0 here. It is a great matchup going up against Jacksonville. And then you have Tank Bigsby on the other side of that matchup. ETN got a good amount of work last week. So both of these backs kind of in timeshares, but Abdullah at least gets the PPR work, and it is a PPR league.
Yeah. But, I mean, even with ETN playing a decent amount, like double-digit carries for Tank the week before he got 18.
Yeah.
And it is the Raiders. I think Tank is the safe play. I think I would go Tank if you want the safest play. Abdullah does get the PPR, but Alexander Madison's gonna still start and get the bulk of the carries. Sure. I don't know. I think I would go Tank.
Okay. Jalen McMillan or Marvin Harrison Jr. is kind of where we're at now. MHJ has the Carolina Panthers. McMillan's got the Cowboys here.
Yeah, and I think no Cade Otton, right? McMillan's been and no Trevon Diggs, but McMillan's been he's kind of been the hot. This always happens with like the top waiver pickups is that we want to get him in there, but I'm still going Marvin Harrison Jr. over McMillan. Like it's not like Mike Evans is out and McMillan's the top dog. I think Marv against the Panthers. This is a good spot for all the Cardinals.
I'm with you there. Metcalf or Moore. Sorry, I missed one. No, that was right. Okay, Metcalf and Moore for Colt to hear. I've been a big DJ Moore Bears wide receivers fan this week, but this is another game that's going to be dealing with some wind. Now, it's not rain and wind. It's just wind. I think the report was sustained 10 to 15 with gusts 25 to 30. Where are you with this matchup here?
Yeah, I'm going DJ Moore as well. I mean, Carlton Davis, I think he broke his jaw. I think he might be done for the season.
The Lions secondary wasn't really great as it was, and they've now suffered just injuries weekly at this point.
So Kindle Vildor you probably only heard his name on Thanksgiving when he had that bad penalty against the Bears. Like, he's supposed to be their fifth cornerback. He's going to start at right cornerback today.
Yeah. I have a lot
So,
of Keenan Allen over yards. It's 53 and a
yeah.
half today.
Terrion Arnold's been bad. Amik Roberts. I mean, it's just like, they have Emmanuel Mosley. I'm wondering, John, I was looking around. At what point do you just call up like Patrick Peterson or like whoever and just say, hey, why don't you come by?
It might. I mean, didn't someone just sign a guy off the street? Was it Jamal Adams just signed? Was that with the
Right.
Lions? The Lions signed him?
No, it wasn't the Lions. But
Okay.
I mean, Brian Branch is like questionable too. So
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But I mean, it's like you can't just have. I think they only have like 3
Yeah,
or
the
4
Lions. The
cornerbacks.
Lions signed Jamal Adams like a week ago.
Did they? Oh,
Yeah.
no. Yeah. I mean, it's like they got Emmanuel Mosley over there. They're just like, if you're gonna go to that extent, just give them a try.
Yeah. So they're signing bodies because they're losing bodies. So I like Moore a lot today.
Agreed.
Kincaid or Henry full PPR?
In full PPR, I do have Kincaid 1 spot ahead. And again, it's Henry. It stinks because I still like Henry a lot. I have him higher than industry consensus, but it is a tough matchup versus the Bills. Matt Milano's playing. The volume should be there for both guys. But Kincaid, I mean, the odds of Kincaid scoring a touchdown are just so much higher than Henry.
They've been throwing to Austin Hooper as well lately. Again, we talked about that last week. He's still getting his like 4 or 5 targets. So
yeah, it doesn't come at the expense of Henry, or I mean, like the snaps don't come.
No, right.
Henry, but I mean, he's got 3 touchdowns and Henry has.
Right, the defensive coverage is going to Henry most of the time, and then Hooper's kind of left with the better matchup there.
I like both players, but it's Kincaid.
G. Edwards says, "Happy holidays, gentlemen." Thank you. PPR, one of these tight ends need 5 receptions: Njoku, Pitts, Gesicki, or Kraft. Bender liked Gesicki this week. I was more on him when it looked like T. Higgins wasn't going to play. Romeo Doubs coming back. I don't really like Tucker Kraft.
I have no interest in starting Gesicki with T. Higgins playing.
Yeah, I agree with you. So it'd be Njoku.
It's Njoku. Yeah. It's Njoku. Yeah, it's still Njoku.
Well,
I mean, like,
let's take a break here for a second and talk about Penix. What are your thoughts on Michael Penix starting? He is a pocket quarterback. He did not run really at all at Washington. Right. Obviously, he's got the 2 knee injuries that likely have limited some of that mobility there.
There's a difference between the like rushing upside and the ability to just like have enough mobility to run play action.
Yeah,
because like
Cousins couldn't do that at all. He was in cement.
It was like watching Big Ben that last year where it was shotgun every play and he was just like slapping he was just like catching it, like balling it to people.
Yeah, he had no UCL on his elbow and he had no mobility.
His time to release was like under 1 second. So like, and that's what it's been like. So I think it's interesting from that standpoint, but you got to understand that the floor is so bad for a rookie playing his very first game that this whole idea of like, oh, what if it fixes things for Pitts? Well, what if he throws Pitts 5 targets and Pitts can only catch 1 because he's a rookie quarterback? So I think just in Njoku with DTR, they have a little more chemistry, or Tucker Kraft. The problem with Tucker Kraft is that team spreads the ball out so much. The target leader on the Packers, a 10-win football team, John, has 65 targets.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
I thought Romeo Doubs had like a bigger week last week. He only had 3 catches. He caught 2 touchdowns, but he only had 3 catches and like 5 targets. And I was like, man, I thought he was way more involved.
I thought it was bigger. Yeah. If this was standard, I would say Tucker Kraft, right? Yeah. But like if you're looking for targets, it's Njoku.
I mean, we're not sitting Brock Bowers for Brenton Strange.
Yeah, we got Aiden O'Connell starting. Everything's fine.
But even then, like, I don't think you would ever sit Brock Bowers for Brenton Strange.
No, I know it's a good thing. If Desmond Ridder was starting, then you maybe not even though. You can't.
I don't even think so. Yeah, listen, I get it. Strange coming off of a monster game, but you're counting on the perfect game flow situation and Mac Jones. So,
right. And it's the Jaguars.
Yeah. PPR, 1 running back, 1 flex, Tracy, Spears, Stevenson, Mooney, Doubs, and Metcalf. The Tracy Spears situation is interesting. Obviously, Tracy went into this week pretty questionable all week, limited practice. Right. They weren't even sure if he was going to suit up. It does look like he's going to play, but how much is he going to play? We saw Singletary cut into that workload last week. And then Tony Pollard is a game time decision today. Again, expected to play, but going to go through the on-field workout. Spears had the big week last week because Tennessee was just behind in that game against the Jets. Right. Stevenson, you can run on Buffalo, but how good are the Patriots actually going to be here? Mooney with the quarterback, Doubs, and Metcalf. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Stevenson is that we got to like take a second to digest what exactly is going on with all these players. Like we say, oh, the Patriots suck or whatever. Well, the quarterback for Spears is Mason Rudolph, right? The
Mhm.
Giants are terrible. So like those guys aren't in significantly better situations from a quarterback or offense standpoint. And Stevenson is in a better situation from a usage standpoint, right?
Yeah.
Like he is the top dog. So I'm going Stevenson. The next question is much tougher. Much tougher. I don't like your immediate thought would be, yeah, Metcalf, but like the weather is not good. He hasn't been that good.
Yeah.
I think it still is Metcalf, though. It probably still has to be, Mooney with a rookie quarterback and Dubs in a
Yeah. The
real time
upside
stamp.
for Metcalf is definitely greater in this matchup against Minnesota. Their secondary has been pretty bad. So
You have to throw on them because you can't run on them.
can't run on them. Nope. Defense, Arizona, Buffalo, or Dallas. Again, Dallas has been a sack and turnover machine. Baker Mayfield does sometimes throw interceptions and get sacked, but I don't really want to test Tampa Bay's offense at home. So Zona against Carolina, Buffalo against New England.
I would just start Buffalo against New England.
Buffalo.
Drake May will turn the ball over today. I would be shocked if he doesn't turn the ball
It
over.
would be very surprising here. Quentin Williams out for the Jets today. So if you were a Kyron Williams fan, that's good news for you. A big defensive tackle out of the middle of that Jets lineup. Ethan wants to know half point need to Metcalf, Kenneth Walker, Patrick Taylor, and Kendre Miller here.
So I want to get your thoughts on this, John, because I do have Patrick Taylor higher than a lot of the fill-in backs. Like Kendre Miller, to the implied point total for that team is 14 points. If Vegas has this one right, the score of that game will be 28-14. No, they're missing everybody. They're missing Carr, Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Taysom Hill, but just a brutal team right now. So I do have Taylor ahead of Miller. Kenneth Walker is a tough one because he's been banged up. They have another back, and it's a terrible matchup for
somehow both running backs all week were almost not looking like they were going to play, and then neither of them end up on the injury report come Friday.
Yeah.
So super interesting there. I still think you go Metcalf.
I think you probably still have to go Metcalf and Walker.
Yeah,
I just wanted to get your take on. I just wanted to get your take on Taylor.
Listen, the thing on Taylor is that he hasn't ever really been that great when given opportunities to play, even in Green Bay. But behind him, they signed Israel Abanikanda, right? And we haven't really seen much out of him. And then they also have who do they just call up as well? They called another running back out that I'm blanking on. But
in Green Bay, when Aaron Jones was hurt, they used Patrick Taylor 3 times and used his practice squad eligibility, and to the point where they had to say, okay, we got to sign this guy to the roster or literally just release him.
Yeah.
And they released him.
Yeah.
Like how much and they were the team that were using this guy.
Right. So. The only thing going in his favor is generally, at least at this stage, it seems like that they use the one running back. They're not really shifting out. Whoever the starting running back is the guy that's getting the work. So
yeah, I could see Debo get some carries, and also Trent Williams is out too, though.
Yeah, they need to do something with Debo here, get him going. All right, so I'll go back. I'm going to go both Seattle players here.
Me too.
That's where I'm going to go there. Follow up for him: Shakir, DK, Taylor, or White.
Just one.
Yeah, it looks like just one. I don't mind Rachaad White, but Shakir it'd be one of those two. I think I'd pass on DK or Taylor here, and I would go Shakir or Rachaad White. Seeing the volume we got from Bucky Irving last week makes me think that he's going to get all that volume again. So
yeah,
and Shakir should avoid Christian Gonzalez today.
In PPR, it's Shakir.
Yeah. Kraft or Laporta?
He's been a little bit better lately.
2 touchdowns in that last matchup against Chicago as well.
Right.
One wide receiver to flex: Rachaad White, Ridley, Dowell, Garrett Wilson, Brian Thomas Jr., Tajay Spears. Well, you're not going to sit. I don't think you're going to sit Wilson and BTJ. I think it's Dowell, Wilson, and BTJ.
Yeah, I think so as well. Ridley, I mean, if it was Will Levis, maybe, but Mason Rudolph, it's just too much of a question mark. They put in a bunch of the backups he's been practicing with, and he was throwing to Josh Wiley. It was just, I don't know. I do not like that.
Yeah. I missed a whole bunch here. Hold on.
Cole's Hamburger's got
a Tour or Rodgers and a super flex. Rodgers for me here.
Rodgers as well.
Daniels or Jordan Love. I'm gonna go Jaden Daniels in this matchup. I don't
love it, but I love it. But you can't rank Daniels outside the top 5 or 6 QBs, can you? Because who are you going to rank ahead of him? Baker, Kyler.
Yeah, I think you got to go Daniels here. I like that they're going to have Zach Ertz today as well.
Yeah.
listen, Love is obviously going to be in a good spot against the Saints, but I think they're just going to run a ton in that game. So
yeah, Ertz's entire contract is incentives. He gets $60,000 every time he plays, and if he has 6 receptions and 74 yards, he gets another $500,000. And then each level he gets another it's the whole contract is incentives. That's why he's playing.
Skinny wishing us all a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Hey.
Happy to you as well. Keith here need JMO, Amari Cooper, Josh Downs, or Ray McLeod.
Not. I mean, it's really tough to go Ray. I would just go JMO. Just go upside because JMO is the most upside. Amari Cooper is yet to play more than 60% of the snaps.
Yeah.
Josh Downs is boring, and Ray's playing with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, JMO, I think, is my only worry about JMO is he's the outside receiver, and Jalen Johnson does exist out there. But
Jalen Johnson, he's questionable. Is he going to go?
Well, if he doesn't go, it's a lot better day for the Lions passing attack. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he got sick all of a sudden.
All right, we'll see.
I don't know what's going around, dude. Does any chat? Does anyone know what's going on with Sheldon Rankins? He's been sick, out with illness for 5 games.
That's crazy. Kendry Miller, Malik Washington, or Hunter Henry in a half PPR flex.
Wow, I feel like Bender would say Malik Washington. He's so in on that, but I would probably just start the running back.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm going to go. I'm going to go with the running back there. Kyler or Daniels. Man, is this the week that Kyler actually does something? Because James Conner's rushing prop is 22 and a half carries or something like that. So
I know it's huge, but Kyler, yeah, it's they're. I think Trey McBride gets a touchdown this week. They tried to force it last week. Remember the shovel pass, John, at the goal line, but it's Jaden Daniels still.
You going Jaden Daniels there?
That's how I have it ranked. I have Daniels at 5. I think
it's close. Kyler just they're so run heavy right now, which is weird for a mobile quarterback that they're doing so much running, but
weird for a team that's losing a bunch of these games too. It's how are you just going to lose to the Seahawks twice running the ball the whole game?
They're probably looking at all these other rookie wide receivers and being like, come on, Marvin Harrison, do something, please.
Do something, yeah.
Darnold in the rain or Cooper Rush for Eric here?
Darnold. Dude.
Yeah, you still got to take Sam Darnold.
Cooper Rush has been fine, but
yeah,
you don't want to lose like that.
No. And dude, the one thing with Darnold that's really helped is that Jordan Addison has been a wide receiver 1 over the last 4 weeks.
Right. Yeah. Monster.
Need 2 of the following: McLaurin, Smith. Can just stop there.
I think that's it, right?
Shakir.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I like Smith today. I like him in DFS at his price. He's going to get Benjamin St. Juste. AJ Brown's banged up. Dallas Goedert out. It's he's due for one of those games, John.
Yeah, McLaurin's for sure locked in. Devonta Smith's where I'd go if you for whatever reason iffy on Smith because Brown isn't on the injury report. Then Shakir again, he should be fading the Christian Gonzalez coverage today. So there you go. David Montgomery targeting a return in the divisional round of the playoffs. So we'll see what happens there.
That's insane.
Not going to help us in fantasy. Only going to help the Lions in real life. Lewis, 1 point every 5 catches. Needs a wide receiver and a flex. Marvin Harrison, Jennings, Mooney, Kendry Miller. He already played a Joe Mixon. So needs some upside, I'm guessing, which I would put probably the first 2 plays there.
First 2, yeah. Yep. Jennings, you got to think about Jennings, Cooper Kupp, all these guys. That weather it came on in a flash right before the game, and it just didn't ever let
Never
up.
stopped.
Never stopped. They said it was going to stop. They said it was going to be intermittent showers. Even Howard, I was doing the show with Howard before, and at 8:00, he was like, 7:50. He's like, I just checked outside. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
And then within 10 minutes of that,
just poured the whole game. Plus, divisional game on a short week against 2 teams that know each other as intimately, almost as any 2 teams in any division in the NFL. So I'm not shocked that they knew how to shut down Cooper Kupp for a week. Jennings obviously in a tough spot to go right back to those 2 guys there.
Yeah, of course. Cooper Kupp playing against a zone with no Michael Carter too.
Yeah, gonna eat today.
It's gonna be fun.
Free play over on DraftKings pretty much. Things like $6,500 or something. 1 point PPR, need 2 flex. AJ Brown, Jennings, Reynolds, Akers, Ridley, and Shakir. Again, just the first 2.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's are you going to start Craig Reynolds over AJ Brown? You'd be thinking about that for 250 days. If that
could be something.
Can't do it.
Goff or Darnold here. Listen, I think this is potentially a better spot for Goff. I get they're on the road. I get that it's windy. But if you're telling me that there's no Jalen Johnson and they're only down to Jahmyr Gibbs, which means Gibbs on the field more, they like to throw to the running backs. I think I could go Jared Goff in this spot.
We're gonna know if Jalen Johnson's active in literally 1 minute.
Yeah, well, if we find out, I still may lean Goff. What do you think here?
Jalen Johnson's. Someone posted a video of him. He's there at the game.
All right, so he's probably going to play then.
Yeah.
But what would you do? Would you do Goff or Darnold? How do you have it ranked?
I would go. I had it ranked Darnold. I need to update it because I think I would go Goff.
Okay.
Don't like the weather.
Tua, Gino, or Cooper Rush here. Tony Pollard officially active, by the way.
The thing with Goff is that, like, you look at the reception props for like Gibbs and some of these guys. It's like, I think they're not going to be able to just lean on the run game as much.
Do you know that what is it? It's 18.5 carries, I think, for Jahmyr Gibbs today is his prop. So
dude, his anytime touchdown is like minus 300.
Yeah, because they just think he's going to get all of the workload. He had, if you look at the 3 games Montgomery missed last season, he had 1 game where I think he had, was it 24, 25 carries, and the other 2 you had Reynolds kind of split in there. David Njoku officially active, Tony Pollard officially active for today.
I think that would be incredibly silly of them to do that.
To give him and risk him just like breaking against Chicago.
Yeah, I know they need. I mean, the thing is, the division's on the line, right? And still, because the Vikings are 12-2 as well. Yeah. But, like, I mean, you got to set your sights on. Yeah, I don't know if Craig Reynolds is fine. You know, like, there's no reason to give one guy 20.
Please keep saying that because I need him to score a touchdown today.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. Why do you even have that guy if you're not?
All right. Mojo says I got 3 of Jennings, Shakir, Evans, Judy, and Devonta Smith. He needs to start 3 of them at a standard. You're definitely starting Mike Evans.
Yes.
Very obviously. I'm going to start Jennings this week against Miami.
Yeah. And that's the worst format for Shakir. It honestly is. So I'd start Devonta Smith.
Devonta Smith, yes. I would agree with you on that one. So go Evans, Devonta Smith, and Jennings. DK or McMillan for Samuel.
Yeah, people want to get McMillan in there, and I totally get it. But
the target share has been good for him lately. But
everything's good. The snaps, the targets, right? 13 over the last 2 weeks. 3 touchdowns. But just you have to caution yourself with these rookies, man.
Sure. Then Taylor or Charbonnet. I mean, Charbonnet's in a split, so you
got to go Taylor. Yeah, I don't hate Taylor. Well, I know Johnny must have X'd out of whatever his thing was going on. I thought I was the one having the internet troubles here. Lewis wants to know, 1 PPR needs a wide receiver, 2 flex, a tight end. Ford, Kendre Miller, Romeo Doubs, Adam Thielen, Demarcus Robinson, Hunter Henry, David Njoku. So since Johnny's not here and it's the Coop Show, what's up, everybody? We're going right to the tight end first. Welcome into the Coop Show, everybody. Thank God we got rid of Johnny. Now we can really rock and roll. I'm going to go for Hunter versus Njoku. I just don't trust the hamstring for Njoku. I don't trust the quarterback. Hunter Henry, I know he only had 4 targets last week. He caught all 4 of them. But in the games before that, 9 targets, 8 targets, 9 targets. They do want to get this guy the ball. They're going to have to throw today. I'm going Hunter Henry there. For the wide receiver, if I'm picking one out of there, it has to be Adam Thielen. He's just been so consistent, and it's not a bad matchup for him this week versus Carolina. My 2 flexes in that situation, Romeo Doubs is going to be 1. I'm not going to start Demarcus Robinson. So Jerome Ford versus Kendre Miller, I do go Ford because at least the Browns are projected to get 20 points, whereas the Saints 14-point implied point total based on what Vegas is saying, can't do it. Rob says, good morning. PPR need 1. Alexander Madison, Michael Pittman, Romeo Doubs. Man, that's a tough one there. And I think it's got to be Romeo Doubs. Michael Pittman, he's had a decent floor, but he just hasn't offered any upside. Whereas Romeo Doubs is fine in the end zone. Matchup's good. I'm going Doubs. Madison, again, Amir Abdullah is going to take the pass downs, and the Raiders are just garbage. Mojo wants to know, I have Pollard, Ramondre Stevenson, Rashad White, Tyrone Tracy, Tajay Spears, Devin Singletary. Has to start 3 RB spot standard league. Of that crew, I mean, Howard Bender straight up believes that Devin Singletary is going to have a better game than Tyrone Tracy today. I'm just going to stay away from both of those cats, man. For me, I'm starting the first 3. I'm starting Tony Pollard, Ramondre Stevenson, and Rashad White, and just try and avoid the entire mess there. Hey, Johnny, nice of you to join us. What's up, buddy?
It's a little windy out, I guess. We just had like a power flick and like my whole system shut down. So
There you go, dude.
we're back. Hopefully I didn't miss too much.
No, I want to get your opinion on this one though. Michael Pittman or Romeo Doubs in a full PPR? That's the only.
I absolutely hated Michael Pittman all season long. So give me Romeo Doubs.
That's what that was literally my thought process. I was like, what have we seen from Michael Pittman that indicates that he can go out and put up
not
15,
a damn thing. Yeah,
he hasn't done anything. I honestly, I like the player. I'll buy him in Dynasty. Like, I think that at some point they're either Richardson's going to figure it out or they're going to get a different quarterback. I think this is a good player. I think his back is hurt right now. So that's guy I'm actually buying in Dynasty just because like he's still very young and the upside is there. But like for this week, no.
Yep. Where are we with
Lucky Lebo on the screen? So if you scroll down to Rob Mojo, Lucky Lebo,
all right, I got it.
Look for Mojo's skulls.
Cool. All right, so yeah, you see it on the screen. Wide receiver in a flex: McLaurin, Metcalf, Shakir, McMillan, Downs, Miller, and Jonnu Smith.
Well, McLaurin definitely.
Sure.
Am I crazy for saying Jonnu there?
Yes.
Yeah, against Fred Warner.
The 49ers, the best team in football against tight ends.
I know. They're down a couple. Yeah, one linebacker quit, the other one got hurt, but still Fred Warner, graded out as number 2 coverage linebacker against tight ends. I was actually surprised to see who was number 1, John. You wouldn't guess it if I gave you 100.
I would never. I don't know enough linebackers to guess, so I wouldn't know.
Zach Braun from the Eagles, apparently. I guess I got to look more into this guy.
I was stunned yesterday to see Kyle Van Noy had like 11 and a half sacks. Where was that when he was in New England?
That's what I'm saying. High motor guy.
Yeah.
So it's McLaurin and
Shakir.
Shakir is the prudent play.
Yeah, I think that's where I would go. Thielen, McMillan, Dubs, Mooney, Debo need to start 3. We did just get word Jalen Coker is officially active for today. Doesn't really change much for me with Thielen. I think I would still play him against Arizona.
Mojo, what do you mean, like 100 standard leagues?
Yeah, why are you in standard league, dude? Go get into because all of these guys, except for like Mooney, are like PPR players.
So much better in the other format. Well, Debo gets carries at least. I'm starting Dubs in this format.
Yeah,
it probably should be.
I'm still playing Thielen. I mean,
it should be Thielen, McMillan, Dubs probably.
You're gonna say Debo today?
You could go Debo because he's going to get extra carries, but it's such a guessing game of like, does he take one to 30 yards to the house?
He had 7 targets last week. One of them, if he just held on to the football, he would have gone.
And it was raining. Okay, Thielen, Debo, Dubs.
There you go.
I'm looking for an excuse to get McMillan in the line.
And good morning and happy holidays. There you go.
Morning, Ann.
Pat here, need a flex. Start Madison and Swift. I got to go Swift here. I can't go Alexander Madison.
Agreed.
Need a flex of a running back? Well, Alex, I got to get the rest of your question. Well, I see it a little bit further down.
Based on what you put in there, I would start Kendre Miller.
Yeah. PPR need 2 of JSN, Shakir, Walker, and Doves. I really like JSN today, even with the weather.
Yeah. I mean, he's like wide receiver 6 on the season.
Yeah, I think I go the first 2 in this spot.
Yep, agreed.
Taylor or Miller in a flex?
I'm going Taylor over Miller, man. I really don't. I think the Saints are going to be punting quite a bit.
Agreed. Braylon Allen officially active, so all 3 running backs good for the Jets today. Charbonnet, Shepard, Palmer, and Wilson need 1.
I was just think of how many people are going to be in their fantasy playoffs sitting there tomorrow saying, "I need Kendre Miller to get me 15 points."
I know
that is going to be something.
I think I go Wilson in this one.
Like Wilson?
Yeah,
he's been playing a lot more slot. Which I think is good for him.
Everybody was on him last week and did nothing. I think it's a good spot to go back to him against Carolina.
Back to the well. I mean, like they're trying to put him in like a Cooper Kupp-ish, Keenan Allen type role where he's played like 20 slot snaps in each of the last 4 or so games since the bye.
As Alex's question, running back in a flex of Walker, Miller, Thomas, Dowell, and Taylor. Thomas and Dowell for me.
Yeah, definitely Brian Thomas.
Need 2 wide receivers of Hill, Moore, and London. Can't decide. PPR. So Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, Drake London.
Yeah.
DJ Moore is definitely 1, I think.
DJ Moore is definitely 1. I'd probably go Tyreek Hill, and they all do have pros and cons. Tyreek Hill is just being so weird, and he's got the wrist, but he's probably still going to come out and have a good game.
Tua better at home, so you can definitely track that.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Penix is going to throw. I think his projected attempts is like 28.5. So London is the number one receiver there. So.
They're projected to win by a lot.
So I mean,
I think that's just more that the Giants are terrible.
Yeah, Giants are bad. They'll run a lot with Bijan today.
I've seen that spread get as high as 10, John.
Yeah, Drew Lock is back. You never know. One wide receiver flex, BTJ Cup, Jonathan Taylor, and Jonnu Smith.
First two for sure.
First two, yeah, I'm gonna go first two. Washington or Jacksonville for defense. Jacksonville versus Las Vegas. Can't play Washington against the Eagles. That would be bad.
No way.
So yeah, Jacksonville versus Las Vegas. And is there anything else you can pick up?
Yeah, I think Jacksonville versus Las Vegas is fine. I mean, like Jacksonville's terrible, but you're just betting on mistakes.
I like the Bengals, probably not. But like I'm playing the Bengals in all three of my DFS lineups today. So
yeah, I mean, even like the Titans defense.
Yeah, Titans would be a good one. Goff or Baker? I'm gonna go Baker here.
Yeah, Baker had.
Need two of Cup, Tyreek, and Kenneth Walker. I'm gonna go the first two.
I doubted Baker last week, and that was a mistake.
I also do. For like the first time all season, he wasn't in the QB coach. He lit it up.
Yeah, because the Chargers they usually can keep the games low.
Yeah, did not, and they didn't even the first half of this week. They let Knicks go there and throw all over them, and then they shut them down in the second half. Right. First two here though for James. We got Addison, Thielen, McMillan, Dubs needs two of them. Probably again the first two. Well, he's in a PPR league finally.
PPR, yeah, there you go. And Addison's just capable of these like monster games,
Agreed. Dan in chat saying hit that like button. Definitely hit that like button for us all here.
Dude, Dan Malin is like
a machine right now.
He is incredible, bro. He is the best.
We have a Discord. If you guys are Fantasy Alarm members and aren't in our Discord yet, make sure you go to your profile page on fantasyalarm.com and hit that connect button and get you in the Discord so you can get your questions answered.
I message him because, like, dude, he'll even pop into Coop's corner because I can't be in there all the time, and he's helping people in there. Like, dude, Dan Malin's he's a rock star, bro.
Goff or Stafford today? I like Stafford.
Yeah, agreed.
Rod saying, hey, and with the thumbs up. We got a Tracy, Singletary, or Taylor. Well, you can't play Singletary with Tracy active. Is this a Jonathan Taylor spot?
It's Jonathan Taylor, yeah. I mean, Jonathan Taylor is like, the thing is, he still gets like 80% of the snaps, and the upside's there if things are rolling the right way. They just haven't been.
Well, next year might be the last year for Anthony Richardson if they don't figure something out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Kincaid or Hawkinson?
I have Hawkinson ahead. He's not playing a full snap share, but he's running like 80% of the routes. He goes in for the pass plays, and Kincaid also is like a part-time guy too. Yeah. Hawk, I just think he can do more with the ball in his hands.
I have to know what the rest of this roster looks like for Mike, that he is deciding between Kyron Williams, Chuba Hubbard, and James Cook today.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are all mega stars.
I mean, I really like James Cook.
Yeah, it's Kyron and James Cook.
But he's only starting one.
Just one of those players?
I'm saying I would like to see the rest of this roster to know that this is what he has to pick.
God.
Kyron's going to get probably like 18, 20 carries. So, like, you can go.
Leonard Williams out, too.
No, Quinn Williams, yeah.
Quinn Williams. Bro.
It's a tough question. It's a really tough question.
A crazy question.
I probably go Kyron, but I really like James Cook today. Maybe we go make a DFS lineup with James Cook.
Right. Yeah. Maybe it's a guillotine league.
And it's no lock against it could be no knock against Chuba. Chuba's in a really good spot against Arizona today, too. So we got getting the games up, Tommy. Happy to have you in the chat with us, my buddy.
I love Tommy morning rhyme. I love it.
Brees or Walker. I'm gonna go Brees Hall here.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna go Devontae Adams over Brees Hall.
Great. Devontae Adams has been good. Devontae Adams has been great.
Yep. Cup or Stevenson, standard league.
Cup.
Yeah, still gonna go Cup. Katie, Tracy, Spears, or Ty Johnson today. Listen, Tony Pollard being active obviously throws a little bit of a wrench into that one yet. So I think I got to go Tracy since he's active. Don't love it, but I still think Tracy's probably where I'm going to go.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going Tracy as well. Like, I mean, he can, both Spears and Tracy can break off big plays, but the only one of them has like odds.
If Tennessee is ahead in this game at all, Spears isn't going to see the field. They're just going to run the ball with Tony Pollard. So
yeah. So folks that missed it, David Njoku, Tony Pollard, Tyrone Tracy, Zach Ertz are all going to play today.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston completely inactive. Quinnen Williams inactive. Nick Folk inactive. So not any
Nick
major.
Folk is inactive. I'm the kicker for the Titans.
Yes, kicker for the Titans inactive.
ETN or Tracy in a PPR for Dan. I think I lean ETN in this spot.
Me too. Yeah. ETN, he kind of got the bulk of the work. I don't know what the decision-making process is over there. It seems like they're going hot hand, but ETN's been getting the pass work and half the run work. I mean, what more can you ask for?
The investment in ETN now that he's healthy there. PPR, 1 point of Shakir or Metcalf. Well, 1 point for first downs, Shakir or Metcalf.
Shakir, definitely.
Yeah, Shakir. Let's see. Chris going for that 200K on FanDuel today. Love it. Zach, full PPR of Thielen or McMillan.
Thielen.
And then Henry or Strange at tight end.
I'm going Henry. I know that there's a lot of positives for Strange, but Hunter Henry,
everybody sees the targets last week. They want to go back.
Right. It's like they have to throw, just like look at in the grand scheme of things, since Drake May started, Hunter Henry has been like top 5-6 tight end in targets.
Thomas wants to know, is he crazy for starting Keenan Allen over Tyreek Hill? Keenan Allen's been a better wide receiver than Tyreek Hill over the last season.
I don't think it's crazy.
I don't think it's crazy either. Yeah. I'd be willing to do it. I'd be willing to play Keenan Allen over Tyreek Hill today. I'm fine with that.
Last time Keenan Allen played these Lions, he scored 2 touchdowns because they play heavy man-to-man on the outside, and I mean, the corners are terrible.
All their corners are hurt. So, super flex, Burrow, Daniels, or Goff. Wow, that's crazy. I think you got to play Joe Burrow here against Cleveland.
I have Burrow ahead of Daniels. I have Burrow at 4, Daniels at 5.
Yeah, I think you got to play Joe Burrow there. Use Shig as a value flex play in DFS. So you say like super value, but he's only $100 less than Brenton Strange. So I would rather play Brenton Strange for $100 more if you can. If you're looking for a value dart throw, and Coop, you can tell me if I'm just wrong on this. Daniel Bellinger's like $2,800, $2,900. I think that's maybe a value play today you can go to at the tight end position.
For sure. Yeah, because like Ben Sennett was an option, but he's off the table now. The thing is with Chig, the problem we run into is that in the second half of that game, they put in all the guys that play with Mason Rudolph. So Josh Wiley played over Chig on the Mason Rudolph snaps. And there have been games this year, even before this, where Josh Wiley's split the snaps or played more snaps than Chig. So Chig actually, even though he got a bunch of targets last week, not a super great option. Let's hit some rapid fire for a minute, Johnny, get caught up. I think
all right. We got Strange or Hawkinson.
Hawk.
Moody, Carlson, or Myers. Got a kicker question for you, Coop.
I got to pull up my rankings because I don't remember off the top of my head how I had those.
I feel like it's Moody.
Moody, Carlson, or Myers. It is Moody.
Yeah. Yep. That makes sense for me. Josh wishing you happy holidays and telling everybody hit that like and subscribe for sure. Toronto Dave saying likes for Laney.
Okay.
Josh for Superflex, half PPR, running back, and an offensive player. So we have Penix, Superflex, Penix, Rudolph, Dowell, Kendry Miller, or I'm assuming this is Patrick Taylor.
Yeah, I would start. It's either Dowdle or Taylor. Dowdle is a terrible matchup, but at least
you're definitely playing Dowell.
Yeah, and then start Michael Penix. Why not? Mason, we know Mason Rudolph sucks. At least Penix might be good.
Penix, again, like we say with every quarterback that goes to Atlanta, surrounded by a whole lot of talent that can make him look pretty good if he can get them the football. So
the rankings are known good, unknown, known bad.
Yeah, Penix was like the leading passer in college football, wasn't he? I mean, like he had a ton of talent to throw the football to.
I'll tell you what. This class, these guys all look pretty good. Yeah. Which when you have guys that hit as the QB 3, 4, 5, it's in these classes like 2020 and 2018, right? 2004 and 2005, and his wide receivers that he played with in college, they're not impressing me all that much. Jalen Polk and McMillan's
looked a lot better now, obviously.
Right. Based on his role, but I mean, like, I think it could just be that this guy's really good.
Yeah, right. Surprisingly, the worst looking quarterback has been the first overall pick so far.
That's what I'm saying. Like, buy Penix in your dynasty leagues, buy JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, JJ should be pretty interesting next year. All right, so we're definitely going Penix and Dowell for you, Josh. There.
All right, rapid fire.
Higher ceiling, A-Rich or Penix and a 6-point passing touchdown. I mean, Richardson has the higher ceiling.
Richardson.
He's gonna run. Running back in a flex, Stevenson, Ford, Madison, Taylor, Kendry Miller, Garrett Wilson. We got to play Garrett Wilson.
Stevenson and Garrett Wilson.
You going to go Stevenson over Ford?
Yeah. Ford, Dorian Thompson, Robinson.
All right. Full PPR, wide receiver, and a flex, Neighbors, Hill, Cutmore. Jesus.
The implied point total for the Browns is like one more point higher than the Patriots.
All right. That's fine. Why does he got to flex Neighbors and Tyreek Cup more? Jeez, Josh. You got to play Neighbors still. Like that guy's
Yeah, and you have to play
monster
Cup. You have
target.
to play Cup
Yeah, Cup. I think
with
too.
no Michael Carter in the slot. They,
Yeah.
they play zone.
Need one of Pollard, Ford, Miller, and Spears. Well, Pollard's good to go, so you got to play Pollard there, and then Pollard, Ford, or Miller. Yeah, I'm gonna go Pollard in both of those for you, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's good to go, Hawkinson, Ferguson, or Strange,
Hawk.
0.25 PPR.
Hawk for sure. Ferg is really only good in full PPR. He's very slow.
Okay. Njoku, Stranger, Ertz,
I want Strange there.
Belmer, who I'm facing in our league, but this is a question not for our league. Jameson Williams, Devonta Smith, Jaden Reed, Darnell Mooney, Keenan Allen. Need to. Gotta go. I'm gonna go Keenan Allen and probably Devonta Smith.
He beat me in our league last week. I'm not helping him.
Okay. He's projected to beat me this week. I benched Bo Nix for Aaron Rodgers, so I'm feeling that one may come back to bite me here.
We're not helping you, Belmer. Next question.
Yeah. Devonta Smith and Keenan Allen. That's where I would go. Pollard, Mooney. I gotta go Pollard for Twitch gang. First Twitch gang.
Oh, Twitch glasses for the Twitch gang. Where the heck is the Twitch gang been? Oh, I guess we're only 11 minutes into the questions. We got to fly here.
We're working. We're trying. 11 minutes. We're 30 minutes into questions.
My screen says 11.
No, 11:30. We didn't. You were good here. Atlanta, Cincinnati, or Indy. I'm going Cincinnati. That's my defense this week.
Yeah.
Running back and a flex non-PPR. Stevenson, Miller, ETN, Jennings, JSN, and Myers. I still might go JSN, and I like ETN. You're going to say Stevenson, though, I bet.
No, you'd be surprised that I would say Juwan Jennings.
You can't. Well, it's a running back and a flex.
Well, in that case, I would not be able to say Jennings. So it's JSN.
Unless you like Jennings over JSN.
No, it's JSN and it's ETN. But I don't know, man. Stevens. Yeah. Stevenson probably has no chance of scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, that's why I like it there. All right, super flex. Rodgers, Penix, Love, Rudolph.
2. Love is 1.
And Rodgers.
Yeah, easy.
Yep. And Love's your light up necklace there.
Let's go.
Metcalf.
I have it to medium upsetting, but we can juice it up for the people out there if they want.
Metcalf or Devonta Smith?
I
can't even look at you right now.
Devonta Smith.
Okay. Let's see. Pick 2. Hill, Moore, or London for Mike.
DJ Moore for sure, and Hill. And I think we did that one already, and we said the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen, Kenneth Walker, Deebo Samuel, Jaden Reed. I need 2 in a PPR. I really like Keenan Allen today, so that's 1.
Me too.
And then, Jaden Reed, Deebo Samuel, both kind of been disappointing.
Very similar players, yeah. But it would be Jaden Reed against the Saints.
Okay. Lost Monty last week, so got Rashad White, Ford, Pollard, and Ramonde. I'm going Pollard there.
Pollard, yep.
And then Atlanta or Cincy, I'm going Cincinnati.
Yeah, we like Cincy. Merry Christmas.
Drake London or McMillan? Do you trust?
I can't go all the way down to McMillan, I don't think. I'm going London.
I'm going to go Drake London there for your bacon. Mooney or Dubs?
Dubs.
Okay. Superflex. Darnold, Jefferson, Addison all year. The weather, do you bench Addison for Dubs? I'm not. I'm still just playing them.
Addison's just the upside. When Jefferson and Addison, like if you look at the game logs, like when they are forced to throw, both those guys can go off. And I think that's what you got to hope for is just rock it and hope you get it.
Agreed. Again, our guy Kevin Roth over at RotoGrinders, his weather report right now is just saying scattered showers. He doesn't have a solid take on whether or not there will, in fact, actually be a bunch of rain in that game. It's just trending towards there being rain in that game. So would you stick with Jordan Love in the snow or roll Anthony Richardson? Snow is really not that bad unless it's going to be like a blizzard, whiteout conditions. So
snow is good for the offense in most cases. I go Love.
Yeah, I'm going to go Love there as well. I've managed sticking with Debo in my lineup so far. So Debo or McMillan. I think McMillan, honestly. I don't know. Debo's been so bad.
Debo's been terrible. I'll go McMillan.
Okay. Brad T, good morning and good luck. Let's see. Just thanking us all. He wants to know Kincaid or Jonathan Taylor. Oh, come on, Kincaid and Jonathan Taylor.
Come on, Kincaid. Yeah. We'll root for that. I'll root for that.
Need 3 in a PPR. Brees Hall, Jerome Ford, Bucky Irving, Kendry Miller.
Gotta go Brees.
Irving for sure.
Brees and Bucky for sure, yeah. So And then I'm going to go Jerome Ford over Kendre Miller. I really think that the Saints are going to get clobbered.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
And not just me, though. It's like that's what you go through and look at the implied point totals for these teams. Like the Giants and Patriots, like it's a bad spot, but they're still expected to score like 17 points. 14-point implied point total for the Saints.
Agreed. All right. Let's work our way through this here because technically we got 5 minutes left, but we got about half an hour of questions. So Hawkinson, Kincaid, Pacheco, Watson, Miller.
Hawkinson.
Can't say Pacheco. He already played.
Yeah.
So
Pacheco already played.
Yeah. Hawkinson, you said?
Yeah.
All right. Bucks defense or Colts defense? Bucks versus Cowboys or Colts versus the Titans today?
Yeah. I would go with the
Titans isn't bad with Rudolph.
I would go with the Colts. Yeah.
Yeah. JSN, Thielen, Jennings, Pollard, Tracy, London, Miller, half PPR for Dynasty.
First two, JSN and Thielen.
Yeah.
Actually, JSN and Jennings is what I have.
Okay, JSN Jennings works. Kincaid or Ferguson PPR?
Kincaid. I like betting the over on 4.5 receptions for Ferg, but I'm going Kincaid.
PPR, Dunze, Elijah Moore, Etienne, McLeod, pick 2.
I'll go Adunze and Etienne.
Sure. Half PPR need 2 of Neighbors, McLaurin, Devonta Smith, Rashard White, and Patrick Taylor.
Man, you can't sit Neighbors and McLaurin.
Yeah, first 2 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch Gang, PPR, tight end premium, Brian Robinson, Darnell Mooney, TJ Hawkinson.
Twitch Gang, Brian Robinson.
Even a tight end premium, still good Brian Robinson there?
Yeah, even a tight end premium. I think running backs just so much more safety and just as much upside.
Bench 1, Jonathan Taylor, Tyreek Hill, Terry McLaurin, PPR.
Do you bench McLaurin in that? No, you bench Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I think I would sit Hill. Hill always has the bigger upside.
He's hurt, and he's a big baby.
It's fine. Full PPR pick 2, Patrick Taylor, Ford, Miller, and Spears. All the backup running backs.
Yeah, I have Patrick Taylor ranked ahead, but I know John.
First 2, Ford and Taylor?
He's Ford and Taylor, yeah.
Switch Gang, really need your help. Half PPR, starting Barkley, JT Evans, London Jones projected to win. Do I start Cup, McLaurin, Ford, or Spears? Cup.
Just one?
Yeah,
Cup
and PPR. Jager, Pitts. Kendry or Tracy?
Tracy.
Yep. Pop keeps saying half PPR need 1, but he's not finishing his question. Let us know. Full PPR, Taylor, Walker, Etienne, Madison, McMillan, or Debo. 2 running backs and a flex of that group. Going to assume that's Jonathan Taylor, guys. You can't just put Taylor anymore. We got a Patrick Taylor and Jonathan Taylor. I'm going to assume that's
if it's Jonathan Taylor, it's Taylor and Walker.
Yeah.
And then I was starting in the flex. I'd probably go McMillan.
Yeah, McMillan over Etienne.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Full PPR, 3 leagues, separate questions. Okay. 1 running back, 1 flex of Abdullah, Madison, Spears, Dunze, and Strange.
Madison.
And then a flex of Dunze, probably, or Strange.
Dunze, yeah.
Then 1 tight end of Henry, Strange.
Henry.
And then 1 running back, 1 tight end of Walker, Ford. Probably Walker there.
Walker, yeah. Walker and Ertz.
And then Ertz, yeah.
Yep.
Strange or Ertz?
That's a tough one, but I'm going to go Strange. He's got a better matchup.
Kyler or Stafford? I'm going to go Stafford here, Ken. What do we think of Penix Jr.?
I'm excited to see.
This is a FanDuel question for Chris. Again, props have him for like 24, 25 and a half questions, I think. So
he's so cheap. 4,500.
Yeah, I'm fine playing him. You can play him naked too. You don't need to stack him. If you just want to throw him in a lineup just for the value, you can.
If you make multiple lineups, you got to make one.
Yeah, I'm playing him. I'm playing Aiden O'Connell. I'm playing Jalen Hurts today. Etienne or Bigsby? He's got to pick one. I'm going to go Etienne in that situation.
Yep.
Half PPR, two picks here. Stevenson, Dowell, Jennings, Miller, Reed.
Jennings is number 1 for sure. And I would go Stevenson. Just brute force volume.
I'm going Dowell and Jennings. Sorry, Joe.
We're split.
Go ask Malin, Stevenson or Dowell. Ertz or Strange?
Still Strange.
Hawkinson or Henry?
Hawk.
Judy or London? Like Henry. Judy or London?
Got to go London there.
Darnold or A-Ridge? I'm going to go Darnold there for you, Bucky.
Yep.
Abdullah, Patrick Taylor, Kendry Miller.
Patrick Taylor. He's a star. Starter for the better team.
Devonta Smith, Cooper Kupp, and PPR.
Cooper Kupp, man. No Michael Carter in that slot over the middle.
McMillan, Drake London, PPR. His opponent has Baker, which I don't really care about.
I don't care about that. Yeah, I'm going Drake.
Drake for me too. Rank Bengals. That's all I'm going to say. Just play Bengals. They're my number 1 defense this week.
Good.
Stafford, Goff, or Richardson. Going to go Stafford for you there.
I like Stafford.
Hall, Stevenson, McLaurin, Harrison, a wide receiver, and a flex. Got to play McLaurin. I think you go Brees Hall, McLaurin there.
Yep.
Bigsby or Miller for Thomas.
I would start Kendra Miller there.
Okay. Goff or Stafford? I'm going to go Stafford, Andrew. Katie needs 2 of Tyreek, Brian Thomas, Shakir.
Tyreek and BTJ. You got to go upside.
Yeah. Patrick Taylor, Kendra Miller for Emil.
I have Taylor ahead.
Ertz or Strange for our PPR.
Still Strange.
Let's see. We did McMillan, Dubs, or Mooney.
Because Ertz, it's not just the concussion protocol. He's also got a shoulder issue. If it was just the concussion, then I wouldn't care.
McMillan, Dubs, or Mooney, full PPR.
McMillan or Dubs there. Full PPR, it might be McMillan.
Okay. Dubs or Kendra Miller.
I like Dubs.
Okay. Running back in a flex, Pollard, Robinson, Reed, Mooney, and Cooper. I'm going to go Pollard. Maybe both running backs.
Yeah, both running backs.
This one is a similar question. Has London involved? McMillan, Dubs, Mooney, London need 2. Gotta go London, and did you say McMillan in that first?
London and McMillan, yeah.
Stevenson, Swift, Keenan Allen, JMO. Gonna go Keenan Allen for one of them. And then what do you got, Coop?
Yeah, I had a hard time ranking Swift because the Lions defense is so
really
bad.
Good run defense.
Yeah, really good run defense still, but they're all banged up. No Aleem McNeil now too.
No.
Swift. Yeah, it's Keenan.
Keenan Allen and Swift are going both Bears there.
Yeah.
Lost Kamara and Garundo. Need 2 flex in PPR of Debo, Devonta Smith, and Malik Washington. Patrick Taylor, Alexander Madison. Definitely, probably just the first 2. In that
yeah, it is.
Standard League. Jonathan Taylor, Chuba Hubbard, James Conner. You have to play James Conner.
Have to play James Conner.
And then I lean Chuba over Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I'm with it.
And then receivers, Jefferson, Harrison, Jennings, and McMillan. You need 2 of that group. The first. Well, definitely playing Justin Jefferson. Would you play Jennings or Harrison if you had to pick one?
I play Juwan Jennings against the 49ers.
Okay. Henry or Strange?
Sorry, against the Dolphins.
Yeah,
I have Hunter Henry ahead.
Strange or Hawkinson?
Hawk.
Kenneth Walker and McMillan. You got to go Kenneth Walker in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings or Falcons defense. Falcons, got the matchup there against the Giants. So probably
I like the Falcons.
Yeah, probably gotta go there. RB2 and a flex. Kendre, Taylor, Charbonnet, Ridley, McMillan, Taylor and
McMillan.
Did you go Ridley
with Mason Rudolph?
Okay, Taylor and McMillan's fine.
Ridley is like
to lose by 10.
Ridley is obviously the highest upside play there.
He's projected to lose by 10, so we want ceiling. So Ridley and Taylor, I guess, would be the 2. Aaron, thank you. 2 out of 6. Etienne, Taylor, Charbonnet, Tracy, Miller, Ford, and Standard.
It's Etienne for 1.
Yeah, and Tracy, probably.
And Tracy, yeah.
Indy or Philly defense? Indy at home versus Tennessee.
Indy versus Mason Rudolph, yeah.
Need 2 of Cup, Jennings, London, JSN, Thielen. Gonna go Cup, and then a half PPR for Jennings, probably.
Dude, can you go away from JSN right now? Again, wide receiver 7 on the season.
All right, Cup and JSN. The weather was my one thought on JSN over Jennings, but
he's just been so good, man.
Yeah, Cup and JSN's fine. Pittman or Watson standard scoring.
That is the best format for Watson, but I think I still go Pittman. Like he gets 5, 6, 7 targets every game.
All right, we're almost done here, Coop. Let's work our way through.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Njoku, what's our thoughts on Njoku today?
I try to avoid it if you can. If you have anybody reasonable, including guys like Henry, Kincaid, Strange, or Ertz, I would go there. I wouldn't go as far as to go like Juwan Johnson, any of those guys that like have terrible matchups and terrible quarterbacks and stuff. So like try and not use Njoku if you can. It's like if it was Jameis Winston, I'd be like whatever, but it's not.
Okay. Stafford over May for me.
Rapid fire. Forgot. Stafford.
BTJ, Addison, or more in a PPR.
Just 1.
I have to drop Charbonnet to pick up BTJ. BTJ is available in your league?
Yeah, I would do that. It's probably guillotine or some sort of crazy
Yeah.
setup.
Yeah, I'm starting Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, do it. Make the
We
move.
did this one already. Spears or Abdullah, 1 point PPR.
Spears. Spears just shows more with the ball in his hands.
Dowell, Tracy, or Miller PPR. I go Dowell there.
Dowell, yep.
McLaurin, Thielen, Jennings, half PPR.
You just got to go McLaurin.
Yep. McLaurin or JSN. I'm going to go JSN there.
JSN, yeah.
Devonta Smith, JSN or London.
JSN.
Can Arizona or Tampa Bay worried about the snow? I guess this is a defense question.
I mean, no. I start the Packers against the Saints.
Richardson or Darnold? I'm going to go Darnold still there.
Darnold still, yeah.
Daniels or Darnold?
Daniels for sure.
Malik Washington over Debo, Taylor, and would you start Malik Washington today over Debo, Taylor?
It's not crazy, but I would start Debo. It's just because Malik Washington, we haven't seen it. It's not like Jalen McMillan, we've seen it 2 weeks in a row, 6, 7 targets, 3 touchdowns. With Malik Washington, we haven't seen anything. It's entirely speculative. That's why it's such a great DFS play, because no one's thinking about it because it hasn't happened yet.
Ford or Kendry Miller?
Ford.
Playing against Mike Evans is your advantage of starting Baker over Burrow. Now you need the most points possible, so just play Burrow in that point.
You can't undo the Mike Evans points, but you can give your team more points by starting the better player.
Agreed. Dowell, White, Ford, Miller, Taylor Jr. need 2. It's probably the first 2 still.
Dowdle and White, yes.
Yep. And then a flex, including Judy of the group we didn't pick. So it'd be Ford, Miller, and Judy. I'd still play Judy in that spot.
You think over White?
No, we're playing Dowell and White, aren't we?
Dowdle and White, but you said you'd still play Judy.
No, there's also a flex question.
Oh, okay, yeah, Judy. But what if it was Judy versus White? Just hypothetically.
I play White.
In case that's what he's asking. Okay, yeah. Good.
Pollard, McLaurin, Judy, Ford, and Miller. You gotta pick one of that group. I really like Tony Pollard, honestly, but it's either him or McLaurin.
No, it's not a good matchup for McLaurin. Like McLaurin is like he's kind of the default because he still is in like the wide receiver. You can't rank him outside the top 15 wide receiver.
Yeah.
So he's going to be in
Pollard
most. It's Pollard, yeah.
Harrison, Thielen, or Jennings.
It probably shouldn't be Marv with those options. I'd go Jennings.
Yeah, Jennings probably. Sarah's out of her league. Sorry, Sarah. Hopefully it wasn't our fault.
That's that's rare because Sarah's very good at fantasy.
Sarah wins a lot. She does.
She does.
Packers or 49ers kicker. So I think we went Moody earlier, right?
Yeah, Moody. Oh, no. I have McManus ahead.
McManus in the snow?
Yes. No. McManus is the kicker for the Packers against the Saints.
Yeah, but aren't they in Green Bay with snow?
The implied point total is 28.
Okay.
It's McManus.
Okay. Jennings, Hill, Cup, Myers, start 3. Probably the last 3?
The first 3. You start Jacoby Myers over Tyreek Hill?
I consider it. Aiden O'Connell, full PPR. Against some Jaguars?
I'm starting Tyreek Hill, Jennings, and Cup, and I'm dealing with the consequences.
Cup, Thielen, and McMillan pick 2.
Cup and Thielen.
Okay. Njoku or Strange?
Strange.
Higgins, McLaurin, Harrison, Jennings, Shakir. Need 3.
I have a Christmas hat, Cindy, but it doesn't fit over my stuff. So just want to make sure I got you covered on that. Higgins, Terry, and Jennings, yeah.
Pick 2 of Harrison, Thielen, Metcalf, Mooney.
Thielen for sure. Harrison or Metcalf, John?
Harrison.
Yep.
Jennings or McLaurin?
McLaurin.
Okay, I'm going Cincinnati defense. They're my favorite today.
Yeah, we like it.
Atlanta or Las Vegas. I think you go Atlanta there.
Atlanta.
That was Patrick Taylor so it's Patrick Taylor or Kenneth Walker, Etienne or Madison.
Walker and Etienne then.
Yeah. Sit one of Debo, McMillan, Tracy, Kendry Miller. Probably the last one.
Yeah, I'd say Kendry Miller.
Half PPR, Allen or Kenneth Walker. I'm going to go Allen there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Keenan or Downs or Dubs. Going to go Keenan Allen for you as well.
I like Keenan
Bengals defense. Pollard or Marvin Harrison. What do you think?
Pollard. Yeah, it's a good matchup.
Need 3 Miller, Taylor, Brown, Neighbors, Cup, Dubs. Probably the middle 3 of Brown.
Middle 3,
Neighbors, Cup.
Brown, Neighbors, Cup. Yep.
Last question.
Oh, wow, we did it.
Yeah, Patrick Taylor, ETN, Walker, Madison, then pick 2.
Happy holidays, everybody.
We did, what did we do? ETN and Kenneth Walker there, right?
ETN and Kenneth Walker.
Good luck in week 16, everybody. Get in that Discord. We will be back next week. We'll talk to you.